top is sprung a leak, and the animals I've trapped have all become my pets, and I'm living off of grass and the drippings from the ceiling. It's okay to eat fish, 'cause they don't have any feet.
All right, check one, check two, check three. We got some audio. How's it going, boys? We're back. Another episode in the bag. I think we're at like episode 7 or 8. I don't know. We're flying through these though. And I just gotta say, guys, I'm really enjoying this process. And I'm glad that a lot of people out there seem to be fucking with it too. Like I said, even when I started this, I only really start things that I'm 100% enjoy, and I see a future in just like building it into a part of my life, you know? Like I do it with hobbies, I do it with like businesses, I do it with friendships. It's like everything is about like I'm only going to really like dive into it or incorporate it into my life if I truly do feel like it's something that I'm gonna look forward to every day. And this is actually like something that I do look forward to. I look forward to like especially like Wednesdays today. I take off work. Something I started like half a year ago. I never used to do it. I honestly would just work every single day. And I just woke up one day and was like, I'm gonna break up the week a bit, and especially because I'd always do like I drop collections on Sundays and on weekends. So what would happen is I would just fucking so many times I would just work 7 days. I'd work throughout the weekend, and I never really got a day to like do all the other life shit, like fucking clean your house and fucking cut the grass and wash your car and grocery shop and meal prep and like fucking chill and play video games or whatever, right? Like so like I gave myself this Wednesday to just kind of make sure I get that every week. And dude, it's the best decision I ever made. Isn't it funny? You make a decision in your life, you make a change, and you have no idea if it's going to be good or bad. But then sometimes you look back at it and you're like, I can't imagine if I hadn't have made that decision. Like that's like the amount that like taking Wednesdays off for myself has gave me and taught me is fucking sick. I remember the first time I said I'm going to run a mile every day. That was 3 years ago, and I have not missed a day. Like which birthed like fucking a huge chunk and piece of like the physical health I'm at right now is probably because of that. Like those days I would have just not went to the gym or not worked out, knowing like no, I committed to this, I'm gonna fucking run a mile, and then that mile would turn into 5, or that mile would turn into I went to the gym to get the mile, and now I'm just at the gym working out. Like eating bad food the night before and then trying to run your mile and realizing how much bad food made like my bad knee swell up, or fucking it made the mile hard. So knowing I'm gonna have to do a mile tomorrow made me like eat better. I don't know. I'm kind of ranting on this shit, but like it's interesting. Take a look at your life. Take a look at like shit like a small decision that you've made in the past, that the butterfly effect of it really did change some things where you're like, whoa. It'd be actually interesting. If you guys can think of any, you should comment them below. I would love to read some. And yeah, just something that you like, a small change. Like, I'm going to call my dad every weekend. I'm going to, I'm working like I'm older now and all my friends are working fucking jobs. None of like I have no time for my friends, but me and a few of my homies decided that every Sunday we're going to play video games live together. And then like that, like, you know, like think of it. Like what's one thing that you like made a change? And if you can't think of one, dude, you should fucking try to think of one you want to incorporate into your life. Like the smallest thing. And then just see what changes, you know? Could be interesting. Philosopher Jesse. I'm just kidding. Oh, I read some comments on the last video. I mean, it's an interesting one. At first I was like, it felt kind of like judged or some shit, but then I just remind myself that, dude, you're uploading something to the internet. You are asking to be judged. So I have to shut the fuck up. But I just saw like so many comments about like, I don't know, very like anti-alcohol. Like I felt like some people didn't kind of understand the message I was actually trying to get across. I mean, for one, I'm just being transparent. I've opened the door to like have a drink or two if I want one, you know? That's my decision and I made it. And I'm happy with it. But like I don't know, I think some people maybe that don't drink or are sober or whatever journey they're on, maybe they felt a little like attacked or like I let them down or something, or I don't know. I probably shouldn't even talk about it. It's kind of touchy. The goal is definitely not like I said, it's so that everyone can have a better relationship with alcohol and honestly have a better relationship with anything, whether it's food, sex, love, work, fucking working out, like whatever it is, video games, like just learn about like understand what works for you. That's it. And honestly, I made a little note of it today at the gym. I mean, it's corny as fuck, but I randomly wrote it down. Let me see if I can find it. It was like 4 words. I was like, dude, is there anything outside of this that fucking matters? Yeah, I just wrote 4 words. Time, balance, purpose, and consistency. I just like I was at the gym and I was like, yeah, I think if you are monitoring, God, I fucking failed school. If you just like, if you have a good grip on those 4 things, you can kind of figure out anything. Like that's where the thought came from when I was at the gym. I was like, no matter what fucking life throws at you, like whatever hard shit I've dealt with, like if I literally just like think of like those 4 things, I can get through it. Like 100%, no matter what it is. My fucking house burns down. Like I'm overweight. I got diagnosed with cancer. It's like, I'm not saying that like these problems are going to go away, but like I think those are like great words to like deal with any heavy problem that hits you. Like time is always your biggest currency. Like if you feel depressed, or you feel like any of this shit, like dude, it will fade. Like time is on your side. Like just like really believe in time. Time's gonna make it pass. Time's gonna change things. You're gonna feel different in a few hours. You're gonna feel different tomorrow. You're gonna feel different in 3 years. You know what I mean? And balance. You guys have heard me fucking rip your ear off about balance. Everything is about balance, man. Don't overdo anything, and just make sure you have a healthy balance. And nothing's ever like actually balanced. I think that's a good thing to understand. Like nothing can ever be perfectly balanced. It's not about being perfectly balanced. It's about having like a healthy balance about everything in your life. And then purpose is what made me think of that. It's like being on the treadmill and you know, walking incline, but you're holding onto the fucking bars. You're not doing that with purpose, man. You're like, you don't care about the workout. Like sometimes I even have to do this when I'm doing my workouts, is like I remind myself like I'm working out. Like if I'm taking it too easy or checking my phone or doing some bullshit, I try to be like, bro, if I'm gonna be at the gym, if I'm gonna spend some of my time at the gym, I'm gonna be at the gym. I'm gonna do it with purpose. And I do the same thing with, I think everyone should, like art projects, work, like even if, dude, you're working a 9 to 5 for some dickhead and like you don't exactly love your job, but you are choosing to do that job because you need the money and you gotta do what you gotta do. Why not just choose to fucking like care about it, to fucking grind at it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do good at it, and then life's gonna fucking give back to you. It's gonna be sick. Like, have purpose. Dude, some of the most successful people I've met don't have purpose. That's like the biggest one I've noticed actually when it comes to these like influencery type, like not even in the influencery world, more like just rich dudes, like dudes that have like sold companies and fucking like I have some friends that are like just rich, and I feel like they have very little purpose, and it's also because of a lack of values that I've noticed. And they're very sad people. So yeah, you want that. And consistency was last on that list. It's just like fucking consistency is connected to time, but consistency is really just like, you know, like you put a little bit of sand in a cup. It's just a little bit of sand in a cup, but you do it every single fucking day. That cup's going to be overfilled in a few months. It's just like, you know, like any of my like projects I've done, any of my fucking like fitness journey, like relationships, fucking just goals, mini goals. Like I've really achieved a lot of shit in my life personally just from fucking just from consistency. I mean, even if it's like the number one thing, like, you know, the classics, someone will ask like a YouTuber, like, do you have any advice for like a new creator, a young creator, like how to do well on YouTube? 95% of YouTubers will tell them consistency. They'll say, and I think it's great advice. It's very like corny, clingy advice, but like it's a cliche advice, but like, dude, it is. Just like find something, like do a video that you enjoy. Like you enjoy doing it, but you also are like, I fuck with this. Then share it with your friends. I think this is the other part people should say. Share it with your homies and make sure that like they think it's cool. Find like someone that gives you like when we used to do Nelk back in the day, like we weren't really looking at the audience. We would send out an edit of our prank video to our group chats with our friends back home, and we would get their opinion on what they think's funny and what we should cut out. Because if we can make them laugh, we can make America and Canada laugh. That's how we looked at it. And like, I think once you have that product and you like it and you enjoy doing it, the only other step to making it is just consistency. It's just don't stop. Like views are down, don't stop. Like can't think of a video idea this week, don't stop. Like fucking just consistency. It is insane. Dude, you know how many times I've like found a funny reel or like I guess not, I've never had TikTok, but like I'll see like it's like through 10 years I've seen like creators, like people make comedy videos or like a brand drop something that I think's cool, and like these people are like super small, like, you know, 2,000 followers, whether it's a brand or like a comedian or whatever it is, and they'll post something funny and I'll be like, oh shit, this is like this guy's jokes, like, and I'll follow them or I'll follow this brand, and it's so cool to see some of these people like that just didn't stop, and then you watch them fucking flourish, you watch them fucking take off, and like it's just sick. Like I've literally seen that like a dozen times. Just followed people and been like, yeah, they're onto something, or this is cool, and you don't know what they're gonna do with it, and then all of a sudden you just like open their Instagram or whatever and they're at fucking 1 million followers. You're like, damn, they fucking did it. That's fucking sick. That just randomly made me think of, I got my first shout out Courtney, my old assistant, gave me my first Labubu. It's in my car actually, but she was telling me this story of this some girl made like nail polish. No. Made fake nails for Labubus. Like as a joke. Like she just like made them in her garage like for her own Labubu and posted about it, and it like took off on TikTok. So then she started making them for like friends and shit. And I've never looked this up. I don't know. I don't even know the name of it or anything, but like apparently just like it was just like a dumb, like she just like, this would be cool. I want to make my Labubu have fingernails or like nails done. And apparently it just turned into this like massive business for her. Like now she sells them like thousands of like these little nail sets for Labubus. Like it's just like, I just wanted to bring it up because I just think like, I love hearing stories like that. Just like some dude or some girl that just like, you know, working like minimum wage job and like had an idea and didn't just like have the idea. They're like, no, I'm gonna go fucking do that. I'm gonna go fucking like try to figure out how to make little tiny nails for a Labubu. And then I'm gonna post it. Fuck it. I don't care what people are gonna make. Like some people won't post it. They'll be like, oh no, my friends are gonna make fun of me that I like tried to make something. Dude, anyone who hates on you for trying, I know there's this whole thing with like hating on people that try or try too hard. Dude, fuck those people. Like trying is sick. I thought that story was so cool. I actually I wrote a little journal today about what I wanted to kind of talk about, even though I'm kind of just blabbing on right now. I wanted to really talk about selling cool. I think it's an interesting subject. Like the idea of, I mean, cool, like marketing, especially when it comes to brands. Let's just talk about brands for a second. Good marketing is like selling cool. And cool, to be able to actually be cool, in my opinion, has to be authentic. It has to be real. It doesn't like, and I've seen this happen so many times with brands that don't really understand this, or they throw a fuckload of money at the like influencer or the person that just has like a really big following or gets a lot of views or gets a whatever. But like, just because someone has 10 million followers or a post gets, you know, 15 million impressions, it doesn't mean that that product's going to sell. Like the transfer rate, the story, the product itself, but then also the story of the person that you're paying to promote the product and how does it connect. It's so fucking important. And I've seen it miss so many times. I've seen it missed personally. It's just my opinion, but I've seen it miss like way more than I've seen it done right. Like what's a good example? Someone I think sells cool. Like Boo Johnson. He's a homie of mine. Professional skateboarder. He's a model too. If you follow him on Instagram, like to me, someone who owns like a streetwear brand, but also like an athletic brand, like someone like Boo Johnson is worth every dollar. Like that person, everything you see on his Instagram, like riding bikes and fucking, like truly a skater, like fucking, like just, I don't even want to break it down, but his aesthetic of his Instagram is actually him. He is about that life. It's real. So when you attach a product or he makes a product or he markets a product, it just fucking works. Like another example is like Action Bronson. I think Action Bronson is like another one. He may not be like, you know, massive like Drake, but like that guy can sell cool. He's super authentic. And he's just like, it's just like, I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly or like the way I would want to. I do have notes. Let me try to pull this up because, yeah, so I call it, you can't fake the funk. what I wrote here is because like guys, I've built lots of brands. I've ran lots of brands. I've sold brands. I've also like helped other brands. I've helped other influencers, artists build brands like brands, IP, marketing, design, product development. I've been doing this shit for like a decade now. And like I'd like to think I have like a I'm not saying I'm a fucking a genius. I'm not fucking um I'm not like I'm just saying like I think I have a pretty good eye for this shit. And I think that that's like super important in the brand game. It's being able to have an actual eye. No matter what department you work in, and this kind of goes back to like, you know, the amount of people I've hired and fired is like if you're the photographer, if you're the producer, if you're the designer, if you're the sourcing agent, um like whatever field you're in, I've learned it really comes down to like not how good you are at that job, like it's do you have an eye for it? Like what is actually cool? What's authentic? What will work? What will market well? Not necessarily even like what will get views. Like I've worked with people that like can make amazing thumbnails on YouTube and like really understand retention when it comes to like reels and like videos to keep people like to get it in the algorithm and all that shit. Like that shit's important. It's cool. It's like it depends what your goal is, but like selling cool is what I really want to talk about. And in like some really the crazy thing is like when you attach a like a nasty creative director that like when people say like what does a creative director even do, dude, I think that what I'm talking about is what a creative director, what makes them a legend is like you just have an eye for it, you know how to sell cool. And yeah, it's crazy when you take like a nasty creative director and then someone with a massive like core following and then you make a perfect product and it's all like sold perfectly. Like you've seen Kanye do this. You've seen Travis Scott do this. You've seen dude, Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator is like one of the like the biggest examples of selling cool. And like a good example is hopefully I can kind of explain this without calling out a brand. I don't want to like hate on anyone, but let me pack a chew, boys. Boys, as you can see, I'm fucking red. I went for a run down by the beach today. Look at this shit. Oh, I got fucking singed, dude. I actually didn't notice it was that bad. Holy shit. Oh, man. Okay. I gotta get some lotion on soon. Basically, they were like streetwear, athletic wear type thing. And, they were using a genre. This is normally when it happens wrong. A brand takes a genre that's cool, like boxing or skateboarding. Skateboarding, this happens to skateboarding all the time. Like Balenciaga just did this to skateboarding with the fucking back tail laptop video. If you guys have seen that, that's whack. But like, so when I seen this brand do this boxing, it was like a photo shoot with some like videos mixed into the carousel. And there was just like a couple things that's not authentic to that genre. It doesn't, if you understand that genre, you would call bullshit. If you're a part of that culture, you call bullshit. And then that's where the ad doesn't sell cool, doesn't sell authentic. So they have this boxer who wasn't a boxer, for one. First mistake. Wearing the brand, and he's got on earrings, like dangly earrings and jewelry. I shouldn't even have to explain why. And this model, this boxer's punching the bag, like warming up on the bag for the ad. He's got jewelry, like, again, I shouldn't have to explain that. Like, that doesn't sell me. That's not real. This doesn't look like he's getting bag work with his fucking jewelry on. You don't wear jewelry when you like, even if your brand sells jewelry, choose to be like, hey, we're trying to like make a marketing ad with boxing. So like a boxer wouldn't have jewelry on while he's working on the bag. You know, let's sell a dry fit tee today. And the next thing is he has on this like bulky hoodie that's like bunched up around the gloves, like super uncomfortably around the gloves. And like if you are a boxer, if you train MMA, if you know anything about this, like any of my crew necks, any of my hoodies, I've cut 4 inches on both arms so that it's a nice wide cuff on my crew necks, so that when I do put on like bag gloves, it has room for the glove and it's nice and loose. Like they're little things that you pick up when you understand the culture that you're designing products for, which will go into my next thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about like, I don't think if you own a brand, you should be making or designing products for cultures you're not actually a part of. And it's not just because of like, yo, like you're not actually a skater, so don't sell like a skate themed tee. Like it's not that. It's just you're gonna fuck up selling the cool, you know? And then so again on this ad, so he's got this like bunched up hoodie just because again they're selling a hoodie, they're selling jewelry, so they throw it on this person when it's like you should have just came up with a different marketing angle, a different marketing concept or video, a different model. Like instead of just, well, we have these items and we're just gonna put them on a box or hitting a bag. And the other thing is he had on a like baseball cap with big headphones and his hood up. Like it was like really, it was like the second if you were doing any kind of head movement, all of that junk would like fall and like slide off your head. Just nothing felt authentic about it. The way he was hitting the bag, you could tell he's like never trained before. He doesn't hit a bag. And so you take this brand that just goes, well, we just hired the model, not the right model. They just go, we want to do a boxing ad. Here's the product that we made before we knew we wanted to do boxing. Put it on this person. And then, oh, well, we're used to using a model that looks good. So they grab this Hollister person that doesn't know how to hit a bag. And then the whole thing just doesn't work. And sometimes I'm surprised because like will go read like comments on these like ads. And a lot of people kind of do fuck with it. Like they like, it like, but I'm like surprised by it. I'm like, I don't like, how are they not seeing through it? I don't know. I think what it is maybe, I just think if you're building brands and you want to break into a new subculture, you should really understand that subculture. And then you should also get people from that subculture to be in the ads. Like if you're Balenciaga and you're going to go make a skate ad, like it doesn't make sense to go get the like chiseled baby face good looking model that's never skated mall grabbing the fucking deck and he's just posing at like a fucking skate park. Like that's, it doesn't like, no skater is gonna say that's cool, but I guess in their eyes they're so big that maybe like they don't give a fuck about the actual people in that culture. They're just like, well, to the masses that won't be able to understand that this is whack, they'll just be sold that it's cool and skateboarding's cool. So now Balenciaga's product's cool. Like maybe to the masses at a big scale it does work weirdly. You know what it is though? I think if you do it right with the right person and you do understand that culture, not only will the masses still think it's cool, but you will get the people in that culture to think it's cool. And then you're going to naturally get the people in that culture to fuck with it and wear it and buy it and want to be a part of it, which those masses are looking at those people, the people that are actually in that culture, because they think those people are cool. So maybe that's kind of like the recipe of how you like fully really do it. These are like things I've thought, like I'm just now finally sampling sparring gloves for Sunday Sport and Sunday and Muay Thai shorts. And I've been training for like 3 years. Because like, I wasn't born into MMA. I wasn't born into boxing. It is new to me. But like as badly as I wanted to, like, I run streetwear brands and stuff. Like I run an athletic brand. I wanted to jump right into making like MMA gear and stuff like that. Like I'm glad I waited. I waited till like, I put my hours in. I went to like the underground gyms and sparred with some fighters. Like I went and quartered a UFC fighter. I trained with a coach 5 days a week and sparred 3 times a week. Like I did this for years, and like I learned, like I really just like I like I was excited about the culture and about the hobby and about the sport way before I was excited about making product and selling people on it. You know what I mean? And I think that that's why a lot of the ads, at least in my eyes, that we're starting to now do with Sunday Sport, to me, like sells cool very well. It looks authentic. It looks real, because it is real. And that's why like Sunday Sport to me is that's what makes it different than an Adidas or a Nike or any of these. Like it knows its identity, and it's, when I look at it for like a 10-year plan, I think it has like what my life is. And that's, skate, surf, snow, MMA. And slightly going to get into the like Oakley tactical hiking Patagonia kind of world too. I really think that shit's sick. But again, when I look at that, like as of right now, we just basically have like core dry fit goods for Sunday Sport. But I'm now slowly just breaking into MMA. And even surf. Like I know that that's going to be a part of that brand one day and a part of the identity, but I'm not forcing it because I'm not out surfing every day. But it's in the like horizon, because I live 5 minutes from the beach. I've always thought surfing was so sick. I also just think the like idea of the lifestyle of being a surfer is really fucking intriguing to me. The idea of like waking up at 4 a.m. and riding my bike with my surfboard down to the water, and like the whole process, like waxing the board and fucking meeting up with friends and like sitting out in the water and like waiting for good waves and like checking like the weather every day, and like the whole world of surfing. I am so excited for that to be a part of my life, and I know it's going to be a massive part of my life. Especially when my knees and stuff are just like not going to be able to handle skateboarding and snowboarding. I know that that day is going to come. And MMA and boxing was like my new kind of like hobby that was replacing skateboarding. But like back when I was, literally sparring 5 days a week, it was starting to fuck with like my work and stuff. Like I always had a headache, and I realized how much of a toll that took on your body. Like, and I knew skateboarding took a huge toll, but like, I love it so much. But in a part of me is like, I don't know how long you can do it for. So like, even right now, like I spar a lot less, but I still make sure I touch the bag every day. Just to keep that skill alive. So yeah, that's like, there's nothing wrong with like mapping out your identity of your brand. Even if I'm not selling surf gear right now, I know that that's going to be something that is a part of my life. And if it's going to be a part of my life, it's going to be a part of my brand's life. So that can be authentic. And then also think about it this way too. Like, I'm not going to go hire the models. Say I'm looking at skate, I'm looking at snowboarding, I'm looking at MMA, I'm looking at surf. If I'm in those worlds, like I'm actually like active, these are like my worlds. I know all the pro skaters. I know the pro surfers. I train with the MMA fighters. I know all about it, so I know who to use to like sign athletes, to who to model shoots, how to shoot an ad, and what's gonna look good in an ad, what's gonna look authentic in an ad. Like, what's a good example? Like skateboarding is so funny. Like someone shoots a sequence of a skater, nollie backside flipping a 10 set. It's like if you're not in that world, you don't know which photo of that sequence you should use for your ad. I've seen people do this wrong where it's like they get like the let's just say kickflip to make this easier. Like they get it when the kickflip's just starting to rocket air and they like post that. It's like no, you want the flip to be completely flipped and he's just catching it over the set. Like a skater's gonna know that. It's like I just like my biggest takeaway from this is like if you are running a brand, I just think just it doesn't mean there's any type of culture you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to like make ads about or like build products around. You can do whatever you want. But like you make sure that you build your brand around the things that is a part of your identity already. And if you're interested in something that you maybe aren't a part of, go be interested and go be a part of that thing, that culture before you build a brand or an identity around it. And you're going to make a better product. And when I say product, I mean like physical product and the marketing ads that you use for it. Yeah, that's it. That's my I really wanted to rant. I mean, I have a bunch of notes here that I probably skipped right over. I'm going to see if there's any I missed. Oh, Travis Scott is another one. I mean, Travis Scott's weird because it's like he's just so big. But I actually went to a Travis Scott show once. And not only was it an amazing show, because I don't listen to a lot of Travis Scott. Like, obviously, he had some bangers, I've heard. But, like, I went to this show randomly. And I saw his fan base and how connected they are to him when he's on stage. Like, it's very rarely. I haven't seen such a, like, die-hard fucking, like, I don't know. Like, that guy sells cool. Very, very well. And he's just cool. Everything about Travis Scott is fucking cool. And I remember, like, we were doing we were manufacturing a full send collection. This is like at a peak one time, and we were doing like some serious numbers, like crazy, like 15 million. Like for us, like it was fucking crazy. And I remember we were manufacturing out of the same warehouse at the same time Travis Scott was doing the McDonald's collab. I don't know if you guys remember that. And they told me the numbers, which is so funny. People are always like scared to talk about numbers. It's like, what are they gonna do? Like, but yeah. So I remember they did the drop on a Friday, and they did 150 million on a Friday, sold out, and then Saturday they just like a switch flipped it back on. They're like, I mean, let's just turn it back on. Made another 75 million, and then on Sunday just like sold it out again, and then on Sunday we're like, well, let's flip it back on. Flipped it back on, $50 million. Like that's a heavy fucking weekend for a collab. That's selling cool. Like that's fucking hype. I mean that's gotta beat like peak Supreme numbers, So that was fucking wild. I remember that. When you say those kind of numbers too, like hundreds of millions of dollars on a weekend, and you think about how many units that is, how many orders, like that Shopify, like even when we did full send and I'd see like, I'm trying to think of, I mean, I remember at one point we had 360,000 people live on the site with credit cards trying to like close out their account, like their cart, which is insane. Like think about before the internet. That's like having a pop-up or an event and having 360,000 cash registers, 360,000 lines of people trying to like check out at the same time. It's like crazy to wrap your head around, but I just remember one of these, like, I don't know, for some reason I had to go to like one of the print shops, one of the like fulfillment centers for like one of these collections, and they were showing me like the stock of fucking blanks and the stock, like the pallets and like, dude, it was just like warehouse rows to the ceiling, 40 feet high, like fucking just like, yeah, this is one of the fulfillment centers for like the drop last night. Like, just like the volume of that, like, especially when you're talking things like hoodies and shit, dude. Like, you know, you're only fit like in a fucking pretty big size box. You're fitting what, like a dozen hoodies. When you're selling like hundreds of millions of dollars worth of shit, do you know how many like what that looks like? These are like shipping containers on massive boats. Like it's so fucking, it's crazy. It's mind blowing. It was one of the coolest things I got to see when I was doing that process. As much as I actually kind of hate when a brand gets to that size. There's so many problems and it becomes so unfun, but it was interesting to see. Oh, the latest one that I thought sold cool, really fucking well was Tim Robinson X Baker. I'm trying to think of why I think that. I would bet, I have no intel on it, but from just like sometimes like, because you got to think the amount of times I've done drops and I've posted the marketing for it and whatever, right? Like, and I just have like a really good eye of like how something converted, and I saw the like way it was marketed, the Tim Robinson X Baker, and how many even just like likes it had on it, the comments, the hypes, like what people were commenting. I bet you those guys made like a million plus or a couple million that day. And it was a simple like board, t-shirt, hoodie, perfectly done, perfectly designed, especially when you're taking like a comedian like face. It's really hard to mix that with like skate culture, but to me it was like this again, it goes to like story like, because Tim Robinson actually skates, because Tim Robinson's like from that world and he's friends with like Spanky and all those boys, like the collab made sense and it was done so perfectly well. Like I guess like because I don't shop, like I buy a lot of like vintage shit, like when I'm sampling for my company, that's where I kind of shop. But actually just like shopping from like a new brand right now, it's not something I do a lot of. So when I catch myself like actually wanting to buy something, like I bought the Tim Robinson X Baker, I really try to like break down, why did I just buy that? Like what worked? What, like why did that work so well on me? Because if it can work well on me, something there can be like dissected and recreated. And yeah, that was really well done. Actually, might be a new segment I do on this. But I got some sick eBay finds. I spent a lot of time on the treadmill and a lot of time on eBay. And most of the time it's like I said, finding like new silhouettes for Sunday and just like inspo. But sometimes I also just buy cool shit for the house. I don't know if we got any Archie fans out there. This actually wasn't eBay. This was a random weird store by the beach. I found this vintage Archie doll that was really sick, and then I also bought an Archie comic. When I was a kid, I used to read. They were a lot smaller. They were almost like little booklets, the Archie books I used to read. But yeah, I'm excited to go down memory lane with this. And this guy I just thought was fucking cool. This was like $15 together. Super good find. I got, this was like my favorite skate DVD when I was a kid. Like when you were a kid, before YouTube, before internet, you would have like a skate movie on VHS or eventually DVD, or you would have like two of them and you would just watch them on repeat with your friends to get hyped up to go skate. So I bought this package. I had this exact one when I was a kid. It was the Blind What If video. Shout out like Grant Patterson and every pro that was in this is just like every trick they've done in their part, everything, every song choice, the soundtrack, everything. Like, dude, Corey Shepard was my first deck ever. Like this thing, like, and Video Days, just a classic. This means so much to me, and I don't even have a DVD player, but I just wanted to put this on my wall just because like it makes me happy when I see it. This was an eBay find. How fucking sick is this? They're just like hand painted, I think 3D printed, like miniatures that I think they're from like the like fingerboard world. That's what I think that these are for, but like I just think they're like pieces of art. Like they're so cool to put. And I would love one day to get into I have so many ideas on like 3D printing and just miniatures in general and like collectible pieces of art to put on like your fireplace mantle and stuff like and on your shelf and your like work desk. Like I have this whole idea called Sunday City that I've been working on for about a year, just in theory. Haven't actually like started it. But so I'm just fascinated by what can be done nowadays. And I got this too. Look how sick this is. Little garbage can. So cool. And like these things are like $20. And to me it's like I want this more than a fucking $1,000 painting. Another little hobby I've been getting into is Lego. I just started building Lego sets at the end of the night while I watch a movie before I go to bed. And it was really fun. But then I started looking up like vintage Lego sets. And I was even finding some Lego sets that like I actually remember when I was a kid. And some that like I just think are so fucking rad. And these get a little pricey. But like, I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, these are going to be way too shiny on the camera. But this is like this is a futuristic like police hovercraft thing. Really cool. This is like an old knight and horse one I got. This is, again, just like a futuristic police hovercraft. I don't know why I like that theme a lot. This is a more like new school kind of little police car. Super sick. They're just like fun to like takes 30 minutes. You build it and then you put it up on your shelf. And this one's really cool. Old go-kart Lego. I'm actually going to build this one tonight. I'm really stoked on this one. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so I bought the first thing and it came with two. And trigger warning, the second one I'm pretty sure is naughty. I think it may be racist? I don't know. Either way, they're very cool. But so I bought this vintage biker vest that's been airbrushed. American biker with it's got the cooch on there, the exhaust legs. This was super fucking sick. Like I didn't buy this to wear this. I bought this. I bought these like little. I'm gonna like hang these on my wall. I just thought that these were like cool pieces of art. But this vest ended up coming with a second one. Again, hand painted. Is this bad? Isn't this the Confederate flag? I don't know. Maybe the Confederate flag. I just know the whole Dukes of Hazzard thing is so sick though. The whole Dukes of Hazzard thing, like, can they get in trouble for the General Lee having it on there? But like, I thought this shit is still sick. Like, I mean, I'm still gonna hang it on my wall unless y'all think it's like that bad. I can't put it on my wall. Let me know because I am the farthest person from being racist. So let me know if I'm allowed. And then last, boys, look at this. I found this because like I already have a CD player. I have a 5-disc one, but I wanted one for the bedroom, just like a tiny little one, just like when I'm going to bed, put on like some Eric Clapton or something. And I found this vintage Lego and they had it in red and then I saw it in blue. And I haven't plugged this in yet. It's pretty old, so I don't know if hopefully it says it works on the ad, but thought this thing was fucking sick. I'm gonna set this up tonight. So yeah, we got some cool shit. The sun's actually just starting to set though, and like I said, I made a rule, man. I walk Chewy down to the beach for sunset every single night. So I'm gonna head down there now. I'm gonna go enjoy that. throw on some headphones, listen to some music. The other day I went down to the water and watched the sunset with Chewy, and I ended up falling asleep on. And there's like this grassy hill I just sit on, and I fell asleep, and I just woke up literally 2 hours later. Chewy's like freezing. He's like trying to get into my he's like snuggled into my arm, and it's pitch black. No one's there, and I'm just like I felt like I went through like a time warp. But dude, it was like the best sleep, like the best nap I've ever had. It was, I felt it was, I think I just I mean, bro, you're just laying on a grassy hill, listening to the ocean waves, watching the sunset. It's like touching the earth. Fuck, it was so fucking good. So I'm gonna go crash at the beach. Maybe I'll take another nap tonight. Sorry I was kind of low energy today, guys. It's Wednesday. I'm chilling. You're getting the chill version of me. I'm gonna rant and then I'm gonna chill. All right, boys. I think I'm also just like sunburnt and like tuckered out from the run. I'm low energy, and lately, because I'm such a like go go go, try to get a million things done. Lately, like when I am low energy, I try to like sit back sometimes and be like, okay, what did I do today? And I'll actually be like, okay, I did a lot. I don't need another coffee. I don't need to go cut the grass right now, or like fucking paint a wall, or like work on my iPad. I need to like chill. I'm tired. Your body's tired. I like really realized that when I got sick last week. Like that shit fucking smoked me. And I'm pretty much sold that that was because I overworked the body, working out and shit. Working out and working. Just overworked the body, boys. So, yeah, man. Hope you guys are having a good week, and hope you guys are enjoying the channel, enjoying these little rants. I know I've been enjoying them, and I'm as long as you guys are down to listen to them, I'm down to keep shooting them. Okay, I love you guys. Peace.